Okay, that is going. All right. Good morning. Hope the bottom is going to happen soon. Well, yeah, we don't really know for sure. I got to get ready to get out of this position in case it kicks me out. Okay, we've got a couple minutes before the market opens. The deal is the PPI information has been released. That's the Producers Price Index, what they used to call the wholesaling index. So it basically says, how much are producers facing as far as it costs to make their goods. And that was actually up a little bit, 0.4%. The forecast was for 0%. So, businesses, product producers, getting hit a little bit with material costs, inflation on material costs, it looks like. And so that has a delayed effect. This is why inflation takes so long for you to finally see it, and for the real estate market for take a year to crash and all that good stuff. Because, if it costs them 0.4% more this month, you're not going to see the results of that after they, sell to retailers. The retailers put it in inventory. It's shipped, and that gets on the shelves once the retailers run out of their inventory. And it could be 6 months. It could be 6 months too. In some cases, a year. Probably minimum 3 months in the best case scenarios. So, that's the way inflation is. Inflation numbers and all these different data points work. So anyway, it was hotter and the market reaction was negative. And so we're sort of playing that out right now. And we have oil dropped a couple of points down to about 87.6 roughly. You remember it was 93 a couple of days ago. I'm blocking some other numbers I need to see here. Gold is at its typical 1670, where it's been hanging for a long time. And let's see, we've got a couple of minutes before the market opens. When the rest of the entire market starts to weigh in on this PPI number and its ramifications. Volatility and momentum is definitely going to increase when the market opens. So you could easily get stopped out of a trade, but what we're kind of thinking is going to happen here is we're going to rip to the upside and take some stops out at the minimum before we go back down, potentially grinding down all day until 2 p.m. Eastern time for the Fed information release, which is kind of probably a little bit scary. I think everybody's worried about it. Momentum side, we're watching IMUX, HPCO, PEGY. Those are the basic ones. I'm going to be keeping my eye on the market because I'm trading that. But you guys, pull it up. MMTLP, another one. Pull those up. HPCO, PEGY, MMTLP, and IMUX, IMUX. I'm going to be trading my position on the market a little bit here at the open. So don't mind me. Across 3 accounts or some shit. I don't even know how many accounts I've got open right now. There's screens everywhere. I'll probably miss one. And then I'll come back later and it'll be up because it was a fake out or whatever. It always works out that way. Not that it's a good idea to be sloppy, but, I've got account sizes of varying degrees, and I do take care of the big ones first. All right, I don't have a song for you today, but we're opening the market in about 15 seconds. All right, it's open. Good morning, Faraz. The S&P selling off really quickly, so I'm going to get kicked out of that trade over there. On this other account, nope, it got bought up just about as quickly. It's a fight. It's a fight at the open. What's happening here is most likely institutional market makers do want to rip all the way to the upside and take out all those stops. So they're trying to defend, but here we go. I think I'm just going to get kicked out. There it is. I just got kicked out of that trade. And I'm going to wait for the new low of the day on this other account. That already happened on the S&P. There it is. On, oops, I was just noticing we were getting bought up. Did it exit? No, why not? By the way. Oh, okay, because I pushed it 2 times and now I'm in long. All right, well, we'll play that out for a second here. Nah, yeah, I don't want to do that. That was a mistake. All right. So it's possible because the market open that it will eventually bottom here somewhere. And we'll go test the top side of this market. I don't see why we won't do that with the Fed report coming up. No one's going to get really too directional here. So I think there's a bottom to be bought up on this move for sure. And you just basically be looking for deceleration to find it. All right, Randy says PEGY. Keep an eye on PEGY. PEGY's moving.
Alert.
There's some deceleration. That was the deceleration I'm looking for. This is the deceleration you're looking for. All right, I'm going to take a quick look at PEGY. Yeah, PEGY was an entrance. That is correct. At 622-ish, 625-ish. It's now at 665, looking really great. Nothing else is looking quite that amazing. PEGY is where it's at right now. It hit 687. It's pulled back to 661, 650. 625 would be your entrance with a stop at around 580. It's about 50 cents of risk. So you're looking for about $1 a gain. So you're looking for about 725 as your ultimate target. We are continuing to the downside on the market. I do read the chat, but not diligently, really. I admit. All right, so I think that we've at least put in a little soft bottom right there. The market makers ideally want to range this market until the Fed release. Yeah, Let's take a flip over to PEGY, see how it's holding up. All right, 50% retrace, perfectly fine. Your stop is still 680. Until we can make a new high here, that doesn't change. Your stop is 680. However, we are getting a failed retest neckline breakdown on high Volume. This is one volatile stock. Watch out on PEGY. So look at that rip up, you know? I bought the bottom of that right down here, like basically at the tip of the needle. And here's that rip up that we were expecting. It's just a necessary play to go, you bastard, get me back in. It actually took a profit right there in my account. Don't do that again, a-hole. I forgot to move my profit targets. All right, this profit target needs to be way up here. And get rid of this. Ooh, it's going to stop me out. Get rid of that. I'm back in. I'm back in. It's all good. It's all good. Right below 11,000 on NASDAQ, probably. But I'm up in the other accounts, you know, but I'm still getting used to Tradeovate. I have a auto bracket set up on it, which I like, but if I'm not thinking as much, look at this. Look at this. This is a, you know, depends on how you would interpret this normally, but this rip up, you might think, my God, we're going in the other direction. I've got to grab it. You already missed it. The entrance to that was way down here at the bottom because this is going to end soon. This rip up is just a stop hunt. And the risk reward in that is not set up to be taken that way. This is a ranging trade. All right, back over to PEGY. All right, it's settling into the 650 area. You got to leave some range on there for this trade to breathe. It's very volatile, PEGY. Again, I think the best place to put your stop right now is 580. But VWAP is at 620. That could be another spot. You could, you know, allow it some freedom. All right, so it's still ripping up more, you see? I'm not ready to take out profit till we actually fake out on the upside. And we even have a resistance zone up here just underneath 11,000 at 10,990 on NASDAQ. See, look at that ripping. This is not a happy thing, you know, unless you know how to play it. This is going to destroy traders. So number one, it's going to reverse when it gets up in this to the highs. And number two, once it collects all those stops, then it's going to rip down to the other side. Some, you know, it's going to stop people out. It could continue in that direction. As you can see here, you know, we had about a 50% retrace back from whatever that high was after it breaks out. Happens every time, no matter what. No matter whether we're going to go down for the rest of the day or up for the rest of the day, we always have ripped to the other side to take out the stops. And in this case, it's playing out like this one. Fake down. The fake down, rip up, fake out. The fake down, rip up, fake out is the whole thing. MMTLP, win to enterprise target. Let's see. So, you know, that one's really something that you ought to have been in for multi-day. In fact, is it halted? It's just not moving. I'm not getting any new price information on it. 460 would be an entrance for momentum on that, but really it's something you want to hold for a couple of days, I think. Okay, first pullback on the way up. Let's take a look at how that plays out on other charts. So there we go. 75% retrace and then pull back just a little bit to above the prior pivot. So something like right around here. So it might, for the next like 8 to 10 minutes, we might pull back on this trade before we continue to rip up and take out those stops on the top side. Maybe, you know, I might be wrong. We'll see. So far, it's kind of happening though, isn't it? Ahmad says that HKD is halted up. RJ, if you don't mind pulling that up and letting people know the play on that while I continue to watch my position for a second here, that'd be good. Just type it out. You know, if it breaks such level, or stay the fuck away from it, or it's a nothing, it just moved a little bit, whatever it is. When I get a second here, yeah, I think it's now I can pull it up. Let's pull it up. It looks like a nothing. Let's see what RJ says. I'd like to see RJ's analysis. I already know what to tell you guys, but let's see what RJ says. This is RJ's moment to put together all of his training. And regurgitate it for you guys. It's okay, RJ. You're going to be close to right, even if you're not right. Don't worry. Don't worry about being wrong. Just go for it. You got to be willing to jump in the ring, remember? So, RJ says super low volume. Wouldn't touch it yet. Okay, that's a good start. When would you touch it? This little pullback at around 75% retrace is part of the playbook here. For those of you on TikTok, this is what I'm talking about. We have a playbook on how these play out. Got to watch it reopen and see if it gains more volume and momentum. Okay, so that's what RJ says. Now, if it breaks 57, then it would be an entry over on HKD. And then RJ says that IMUX is looking very interesting. Opened around 8, it's now 870, and it could break 10 today. So there's definitely a good trade going on there. You could start it off in the dip. What time frame do I base the volume? How do you use it? All of them, because it's all relatively speaking. You look at everything relatively. As a momentum trader, everything's comparative. You're always looking to see, are we growing momentum and on what metrics? And it's not just about volume. It can be candle size. It can be number of candles, number of green candles versus number of red candles, up volume versus down volume, pivot points, leg strength, pullback strengths. There's so much to it. If you want to learn more about trading, just go over to my profile, not here in the live, but go all the way over to my profile and click the link in my bio. That'll bring you to my website. And on the upper left, you can click Learn to Trade. And for just $7, you get access to hundreds of hours of video lessons that will save you $7. So $7. For $7, you get to access it. I get a free cup of coffee out of it, out of the deal, and you get something that's going to save you at least $7. I can't promise that, but you've never seen such an explanation on a ticker in parentheses than HKD. Huh? Where was the print? What did I say? I don't know. Did I say something about HKD? Well, you haven't been hanging around in this morning. Oh, Robinhood. Okay. In this morning session enough is what I was going to say. Market makers are not going to let this stop hunt get away from them. Pale just posted a downward facing trades. That's interesting. I think we're going to get stop hunt first. And that is what we're seeing here already. Starting to move to the upside. I mean, it's a playbook that we created last night, that I created for you guys last night. Everybody's thinking, man, this market's going to rip. And the greener it gets, the more people get in. and it's going to fake out when it breaks the top, and it's going to go the other way, and everyone's going to lose. Oh, there'll be a big move on Fed minutes, absolutely. There can be a big move on them all. There could be a big move on PPI, then followed by a big move on the Fed, then followed by a big move on CPI. Yeah, anything can happen. Real crunchy price action. According to that resistance zone there, I'm going to move my target to 10,987. Okay, I'm going to check back in on PEGY here. I think HKD's out of the hall. Yeah, so, not an entrance unless it breaks 57. PEGY is still hanging around 650. And IMUX 850 with a stop underneath 777. Easy to remember, 777. That puts you at about 75 cents a risk, looking for $1.50 a gain. So you're looking for this thing to break $10. Okay.
Alert.
Yeah. We do have those, Mike. I mean, PEGY's not going to be the one. Maybe IMUX could behave like that. Anyone in APDN? I think yesterday that was moving around, right? Let's see. I got HKD up from yesterday as well. Huh. APDN. Okay, so APTN is moved from about $1.97 to $2.30. So that's about 15% move. The volume is low. Not too low, but low. Just FYI. All right, PEGY starting to curve up now. A bit of a breakout buildup going on. Did PEGY just drop? Somebody said flush, big flush on PEGY. Randy says everybody's saying flush on PEGY. Make sure you act quick and exit before those things happen. Always trade in a simulator until you're experienced enough and profitable consistently enough to actually start the business of using real money to make money trading. Otherwise, why wouldn't you use your money like to make money doing something else that you do know how to make money on? It doesn't make sense. I would never give my friend money because he thinks maybe he can make money in some endeavor. I would give a friend money if they have a whole plan and they're proven profitable. So why would you do that to yourself? A little bit over the high of the day, sir, is our target. Oh, the flush bought back up. That's an excellent sign. See if let me go take a look at that. You amateurs. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, you would have wanted to exit that for sure. That is a crazy drop, but ideally you might have been interested in buying the bottom too when it decelerated and started to curve. It started to slow down because it was at VWAP. It's now a plan B, plan two, a flush to VWAP type of dip by entry play. The other break and run strategy didn't work. It probably lost you money because that huge flush down. But that doesn't mean it's over. Nothing is over. So what are you guys looking to trade today? You're connected, but it won't show me any charts no matter what you click on. Okay, that is because your data, Mike. Mike, you might not have been around, but I'm testing Tradeovate as an alternative to NinjaTrader. So if you haven't pot committed yet, if you haven't pot committed over to NinjaTrader, at the very least, go open a Tradeovate account. It actually takes like 3 minutes and you'll have it up and running. And you can click on Simulator. And you might be able to use that simulator in the meantime. But if you have pot committed to that NinjaTrader already, then I think it's probably because you have to subscribe to a data feed. I think it's $12. Trade. Oh, so you haven't been here for a while because we've been talking about it. Okay, there you go. And I've been posting about it. You need to follow the futures channel. If you're going to do this, you need to be following the right channels so you don't get so you're most informed. Somebody asks, which platform do I use to trade? Primarily Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade, but I do have accounts everywhere, so that's kind of a hard one to answer. But everything: Fidelity, TradeStation, testing out NinjaTrader again after not having been in there for many years, and now Tradeovate, and I also have what is it, Webull and Robinhood and all the other ones. E-Trade. Thoughts on E-Trade? It's good. I mean, if you're trying to choose a platform, I don't know. That's completely dependent on kind of your goals and what your journey's going to be and where you're at in your journey. Toss has everything you need. Well, yeah, it's also a very difficult platform to use, though. So it's tough to recommend it for beginners, But I can tell you this, it's not the gloves that makes a boxer great. Okay, Peggy is doing something, Randy says. Okay, wow, yeah, skyrocketing. Woo! Hitting 710, like massive move on Peggy. Make sure you're taking profits out, 5 to 10 to 20% profits out underneath every 25-cent level. And it looks like it's halting. Let me know when it's halted, guys. No, this isn't MMM. Oh, MM. What is it called? Yeah, MMTLP. Yeah, but that's pulled back. It's not showing momentum. Halted. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's the same thing. Suspended, halted, same thing. It'll be halted for 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back. Hello, everybody. MMTLP over 5 now. Excellent. Let's see. Peggy halted. Should be coming out of the halt any second here. MMTLP is over 5. I'm not seeing that. Oh, you know why? It's probably delayed 20 minutes, this data. All right. That's bullshit. Okay, so TLP is pretty much activating and happening. Okay, yeah, it's flipping out. No halts over there either. It's OTC. Yeah. I use for my radar here. I use a Trading View, and it doesn't have. I'm not subscribed to an OTC live stream feed. But of course, I can pull it up on Thinkorswim. Still looking for that stop run to complete. PEGY is flying, says RJ. And so is MMTLP, apparently. Okay, see, now I'm seeing the delayed information coming on MMTLP as far as that shape going. So PEGY opened at 703, hit 753. That's two profit targets right there, 725 and 750. So you should be down. You should have exited somewhere between 20 and 40% of your position at this point, depending on how much you think you have control over the trade. And then, yeah, MMTLP has gone crazy. Carl, what's it at now? That'll help tell me. Just the number alone will help tell me what's going on. Is it like 5.2? 5.25. All right, I nailed it. All right. So it's doing okay. MMTLP, it's, spikes, pulled back. It's doing its thing. We are getting a slight tender breakout buildup going on here on the levels on the market. So this could be coming soon here. Could be the break to the upside run where the stop run continues. This could be it coming right here. There we go. I just started on the S&P to put that in. It doesn't look like the Qs are following it. There it goes. Being met with a lot of selling pressure. And we're back into the nest again. And Carl says it's huge volume and it's very thin float and huge short interest, I think is what he's saying. So there's a massive amount of kindling for a parabolic. Over on, we're talking about MMTLP. Price target long-term entry on Tesla. Oh, geez. Yeah, give me one sec. Let's take a look at that.
Alert.
Maybe 135. Until it gets there, it's going to have to prove itself. Could be a higher entry, but until there, I wouldn't touch it unless it's for a short. Tesla's very weak right now. At this point, we have 12% bullish volume on the day across the market. 12% bullish volume. So that sentiment reading might hold for a little while here, up or down, until the Fed meeting. So, very doji level. The Dow actually just made a new high on the market, the Dow. So that's a good sign for some upside here. And at that same moment, the Qs just broke down, but SPY hasn't necessarily made that same breakdown. So this could be a little bit of a fake down. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh man, that's nice. PayPal, let me check in on that. Okay, so it's found some support at these levels around the 80 level. And now it's at almost 83. So probably be looking to exit your position there, depending on how the volume accompanies those moves. Strong move to the downside right now. That's definitely not in our playbook. So I'm probably going to get out of this right here. Wrong button. That's from I got to turn off the sounds on that. Okay, we're getting some nottage here. KNOTTAGE. Yeah, that's a sound, huh? At least it's not boom, boom, which I fucking hate after 25 years. So PEGY and MMTLP, the better trades going on right now. PEGY holding at 720, kind of fading. I got nothing against getting out around here. And then just getting back in at 750 break. And then grabbing any flushes to VWAP instead. And there goes IMUX, IMUX. IMUX has curved back up to a breakout entry. Yeah, HKD would completely fail. Like I said, I wouldn't get in it unless it breaks 57. APDN is continuing. It is at 253. That was the one that Mark brought us. Hit 3.5 million volume, so it has picked up a lot of volume. Opened at about 2, so it's about 25% gains going on APDN on the day. 9. IMUX has hit 9. So for those of you who positioned into that, it's on its way. In your take profits can be under 9, under every 25-cent level until it gets over 10. And then it could be under every 50-cent level there.
Alert.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go now. I'll be able to focus on my trade just for a few more minutes here. Might end up exiting. And perhaps I'll be back later today, but that can also be very hard to trade. Other if I'm not, I will be here in the group, and I'll be chatting with everyone over in member chat and over in the momentum section for the Fed really information release. So in the meantime, the way you are here now, you know, very interactive with each other and on top of your trading, you can do the same. You can even do it visually over video. You can webcam, mics. You can all trade together and buddy trade together and talk together, just as we are now over in the live trader lounge. That's in the alert section. Active trader lounge is what it's called. You just click on that, go in there, and you guys can hang out in there for the rest of the day together. Be able to live chat with each other, screen share, buddy trade. It has an unlimited number of screens that can be shared all together. Everyone can watch whoever they want to watch, talk together, talk amongst yourself. That's over in Active Trader Lounge. So I think that's probably the best way to go. You guys should get used to kind of hanging out in the Active Trader Lounge there. Oh, I just exited my position there. Okay, catch you guys later. Have a good morning. Thank you very much. Yes, RJ says see you in the Discord. All right.